Um, well, I think that unions are an important instrument for faculty and workers in general to have a tool to negotiate with the administration. So basically, in this case, with the administration, the university administration, different aspects of teaching conditions and all issues related to contracts and the work we do. So that's basically one of the main reasons why I got involved with the unions, because I think that unions are an important tool for faculty. The second the second reason is because of solidarity with everybody. I think it's important we all have one organism that can allow us to unify our voice, to have a united voice whenever we need to face an issue with the administration. So that's, I would say, are the main reasons why I got involved with the union. The main difference the union has made, I think, is a sense of security, job security for faculty and for basically for faculty. This relates personally to when I was laid off years and years ago, when that probably there were some irregularities, but with the union that wouldn't have happened. And I think that that's a good thing that the union exists right now. I think that gives all the faculty a sense of a unified voice to avoid some kind of arbitrary measures that the administration might take or not, or based on sometimes because of different reasons. So, but anyway, whenever I was laid off, that's over now, and everything's good. It's great. So, but I think that the union the union gives that sense of security for faculty. The other difference the union makes, I think, is a sense of activism to a certain extent, which means that we get involved in issues that concern everybody. And those terms, it's a good organism where people can participate to different levels, to different extents and different capacities, but everybody gets concerned to our job conditions, our teaching labor, but also it helps us to think in legal terms, contractual terms, and to realize that things are not static, but things can move on, and we can change the way things are by being unified through the union. So, and I think that maybe that's the most important difference, is just by the existence of the union itself, faculty gets empowered. And that's a very important thing, because if teaching is everything about empowering students, then we have an organism that it's also changing and is living to a certain extent, because unions are not these institutions that are going to be static, but they're going to change according to the way we interact with each other within the union. that organism itself is empowering faculty to think about what we are doing and how we are doing it, and in what conditions we are doing what we are doing. And we can use that platform to negotiate with administration whenever issues like somebody get laid off because of no reason or reasons, I don't know. Everything it has to be established, so, we can avoid any kind of arbitrariness in the way we interact with the administration. My vision for the future, well, I have several visions for the future, and depending on what kind of future we are trying to foresee and envision here. Specifically for the union, I think that I would like to see it as a very dynamic and instance where people start, can interrelate, interconnect, and exchange ideas and activate all the thoughts we have into some kind of great organism that kind of allows us to improve the teaching conditions. So if that's possible, then we can have a different vision for the university as an institution, in terms of transforming the university as a cultural center, a place where thinking and cultural creativity are happening, and not focus so much on economic issues, and start to be able to rephrase the world in terms of more intellectual or creative ways than just being contrived in this kind of economic drive that it's a language that's been colonizing all aspects of education and social life, which corresponds to a very specific aspect of neo-liberal ideology. So if we are able to transform the university in a place where intellectuals can get some kind of support in order to activate ultimately a vision for the whole society and a vision for the world, because we need that. And we are being so bombarded with different dystopias and different problems that are not allowing us to think in a more positive way of shaping the future. So I would say that one of the main things we can do is to try to think the university as a center where we have a great teaching practice, where we really are empowering students to be part of this new humanity we really need at this moment, with a language that is going to improve humanity and not profit, and which is something that I see that we really need this moment. And second, we need to have an institution that really foster research. in order to create this kind of a new language that I see that's very important. It's a new language based on so many multiple other languages that come from different cultural traditions and different media. So and then we can also have an impact in the city of Eugene, as if we want to see a place that can be a social model for this changing world that we don't know where it's going, but we know it's changing, and maybe the way it's changing is not the way we all want to go, what we want to see, instead of going toward that kind of dystopia controlled by an economic language. Maybe we can create a utopia based on humanist ideals.